A very good morning, everyone, and welcome to what is now a sunny Phillip Island, but it has been raining right throughout the night, and the cloud was out this morning as well. It's a penultimate round of the Shannons Nationals for 2017. Richard Craill, what a ripper round it's going to be. We've got a couple of final rounds this time, including the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge.
We do, Schibeci. Two titles going down to the wire this weekend. Jordan Love with an opportunity today to wrap up the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge presented by Pirelli, and then tomorrow the Australian Prototype Series will be decided. So the Porsches in particular, by the time you see this, you'll probably know the champion, because Jordan Love only needs to be 8th or better in the first race to seal the title, but there's a great fight in the elite class to go down to the wire, so there's still plenty to race for.
GT Trophy Series, Darren Smith also is interesting as well.
Yeah, certainly. And if the Audi Customer Sport Racing Team is anything to go by, it's going to be about 8 Audis and then 4 Lamborghinis and then whatever's left out there in the field. But certainly plenty of great racing with GT Trophy this weekend.
The Kumos join us for the first time in 2017, Richard.
Yeah, 3 rounds down, Schibeci, including one here with the supercars earlier this year. Interesting championship. Jack Smith for Bray Jones Racing potentially could seal the title with a round to go this weekend. He'd have to have a really good weekend to do it. Should be great racing. There's some real good young guns at the front of that field and some experienced hands a little bit further back that might hope this wet weather continues, because they could find themselves at the front of the field.
The highlight of racing tomorrow for our live stream on thenationals.com.au will be the 4-hour production car race.
Yeah, the Great Southern 4-hour production car race, whatever you want to call it. It is fantastic. They've thrown up some more amazing winners over the years. Evo 10 territory. We've just seen the last race, 6 races swept by Bob Pearson, and Rick Bates joined in for 2 of those at QR. So yeah, that's going to be well worth getting down trackside to see that. With potentially changing conditions, 4-wheel drive of the Evo is going to certainly swing into its own, but lots of contenders. That M4 of the Sharon Rentals team, keep your eye on that too.
And realistically, Richard, even though Mark Lauke leads the Prototype Series, any one of 6 drivers could still take out the championship this weekend.
Yeah, it's wide open, and it's probably the series most affected by the weather, because if it rains, the Radicals will be not impossible but very difficult to beat. They love the wet conditions. If it's dry, the West should be dominant at this place in particular. So it'll be really interesting. Mark Lauke's got a really good championship margin, but you can never rule out a guy like Phil Hughes, who's been punching away this year. He's got a brand new engine in his car, and there's some other guys at the front. So it's going to be good racing. Those cars suit this place. Perfect place for them.
Yeah, and the Formula 1000 of Cherry PVs will be great around here.
He's second in the championship somehow and just keeps punching away, so he might spring a surprise.
You just never know. All that to come here on our social media channels, and we'll also keep you up to date live tomorrow on thenationals.com.au. Enjoy the racing.